Hello everyone. Today I want to talk about a manhwa that I have been dying to talk about since this came out. It's Post-posession damage control. The manhwa and the novel both came out around the same time on Tapas, and I have been reading both since. And this manhwa is insane. It's crazy. It has a violence, abuse, incest, and so much more. Its first season ended just recently, and I thought now is the good time to make this video. For those of you who have not read this manhwa, I'll briefly tell you the premise. Our female lead Kana swaps souls with another girl from the modern world for 12 years, and when she comes back into her own body, she finds that her life has been made a mess of. She is married to an a-hole who doesn't care whether she lives or dies. Her mother-in-law beats her like an animal, leaving her to die. Even the staff abuses her too. Her own family is no better, as she's the illegitimate child and she's always been abused by her siblings and stepmom while her father neglects her. She has black hair and black eyes, so she is considered to be ominous, leading her to be mistreated by every single person, both inside and outside the home. Every single character in this manhwa is disgusting and infuriating. Now, what captivated me to this manhwa was this strong female lead who is trying her best to come out of adversaries and leave this toxic life behind, but who on every step of the way is encountering problems and awful people. It doesn't break her spirit, and she still carries on working towards a better future for herself. But what is the point of all that when the ending is shit? Am I allowed to say that word on YouTube? Oh well. I've read almost 160 chapters of the novel and know all the spoilers, so let me tell you. Her brothers are gonna become insanely obsessed with her. One of them even traps her in a house in an isolated island. Fine, it is revealed that she is actually not biologically related to them, but this information is revealed after the brothers have already fallen in love with her. I guess fallen is not the right word, more like obsessed with her. They are so disgusting. And what's even more disgusting is that her father is the male lead. And yes, you heard that correctly. And yes, it is gonna be revealed that he is not biologically her father, but the dude has been her father for 27 years. I remember reading a comment under one of the first few chapters of the novel about him being the main lead, and I did not believe it then. I did not believe it at all. Though the comment did not mention that they are not biologically related, but it still doesn't make the situation any right. This dude literally let Kana be abused by every single person, and it wasn't even mild abuse that we see in other manhwas, a slap or a push, that sort of thing. No, it was full blown violence. But she's gonna still end up with him. I know that the manhwa, if you have read the manhwa has toned down the violent scenes significantly. If you read the novel, you'll then understand the true extent of what she goes through. So it just does not make any sense for her to end up with him. Him of all the men in the manhwa, and yes, all the men in the manhwa are trash, but still, is he the only option? In the novel, so far there has not been even a hint of indication that he will be the main lead. He shows no emotions at all, and there hasn't been any romantic scenes. But in the manhwa, the way the artist draws the panels and characters, we can see some tension between both and emotions on his face as if he's being affected by her. We can clearly see it in his expressions, which is something that lacks in the novel. I don't understand that in the whole manhwa, she's trying to get away from these crazy people just to end up with one of them. What's the point? Does that make any sense? Every single man in this manhwa is trash, as I mentioned before, including her ex-husband, who now has feelings for her now that she's dumped him, and the prince and all the other men. The only person who ardently loves her, helps her, is completely devoted to her is Raphael. His character has not been introduced in the Manhwa yet, so I can't really include his face in this video. You'll just have to imagine him. Um, he is the only man I want to be the male lead, even though they may be distantly related. Now, that is because Kana is the daughter of the divine spirit, and everyone in the temple engages in incest. And the reason behind that is they want to keep their powers strong and also their bloodline pure. So they do interbreed. So that's how. And Raphael is, of course, was one of the was part of the temple. He was, I think, one of the priests. Was he an ex-priest? Basically, he's gonna take over the divine spirit's spot when something like that. Sorry, I don't remember. But yeah, they might be distantly related. So, but still, he would still be the right option rather than those crazy dudes. Because he is willing to go to any length for her. His body burns to crisp at one point, saving her. And he does it. He literally kissed her feet. Like, he is so in love with her. He, like, which hasn't been indicated yet. It hasn't been revealed that he's in love with her. I'm assuming because of the way he's behaving with her, and because she is his only reason for living. I hope the artist changes the ending, but I don't think that'll happen. I really don't want her father to be the male lead. I mean, Raphael is such a better option. I don't want anyone else to be the main lead. I mean, the brothers are crazy. Yeah, father didn't abuse her himself, but he let everyone else abuse her and neglected her. He had taken the job of being her father, the role of her guardian, role of being her father. So why didn't he fulfill that role? Why he didn't protect that little child while she was being abused by not only stepmom but literally her siblings who were almost the same age as her? And even they were beating her and locking her up in the basement for days while she's starving and on the verge of death. um I don't know. It's not something that can be forgiven. I can like look past the incestuous part of it all, but I really can't look past this sort of abuse. Um, Regardless of how infuriating the ending is, this mama has a way of capturing your interest and attention for sure, but for all the wrong reasons, let me tell you. What do you guys think about this mama? Will you read it or have you read it? What are your thoughts about it? I'll see you in the next video. Bye.